Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. My name's Sean Cruz, and I'm here to host you along with Diem Arts. And we've got a wonderful program for you today. A song taught by Brendan Taaffe, who played you in with the music that you heard at the beginning. So, hello, Facebook Live, and great to see you all, and great to see everybody here on the Zoom. And yeah, so this is our Black Lives Matter week, focusing on our Black Composers Commissioning Project that we're going to be telling you a little bit about throughout. We've got Kathy Bullock and Fran Andre, and with myself, we're the steering group for this project, and we've hosted you with all these wonderful singers and performers this week. So I'm just going to start by saying hello to everybody, which is very exciting. And we've luckily worked out how to put everybody's names so that they don't disappear off screen. So I'm going to start with hello, Jojo. Hi, Kathy, Brendan. Hello to Fran. Anna, a wonderful tech person, Amanda and Miles, hi, and Anne in Nashville, Anne Nichols, who's down the road from me in Norwich, David and Helen, who I think are in West Wales, and Carolyn in Boise, and Deborah in Kentucky. Hi, Fran, who's in Ipswich, also in the UK. Sarah Page, who's in Texas, and Becky Kane, who's in BC. River in Derbyshire, and Janet, also in Hoxton, down the road in Suffolk. Hi to Pat Neal, Mabel Ling in Mass, I think, Delhi. Hi to Jenny Knight, also in Suffolk. And hi to Lynn in Vermont. Hi to Sherry in New Hampshire, Susan, Karen in Oregon, Kim and Siobhan in Victoria, Susan G, Gary, and Kevin Ennis in New Hampshire, I think, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Roxanne's in Shrewsbury, and it's all popped about a bit now. So where do I find? Oh yeah, Roxanne. Hi, you get two because you popped about. Stephen Michelle, hi to Annette, Nancy the cow, beautiful picture. Jamie and Victoria, Claire Kidman, who's also down the road here in Norwich, Jill, Bonnie in Boise, Don and Leanna, Luda in Victoria, hi, Bruni in Norwich, Jane in Texas, Jim in NYC. Actually, you'll probably could wave at Brendan because he's in Brooklyn. And Jane in Texas, Storm, hi, and Hope. Denise, Stewart, hi there. And Marv, hi to Keith, Pixar and Sheila in Florida. Hi to Harriet and Nicole Garneau and Cricket, hi. Fred Stollis in Silver Stream. Is that what it's called? Silver. I've just got Silver S here on my screen.
Silver
Hi.
Spring, Maryland. It's Silver Spring, Maryland.
Silver Spring. Okay. Hi to Willard. One curly top today. Hi to Janina and Shantia. Hi to Busy. Graham. Hi to Phil. Susan Miller in Seattle. Kath Larkins. Hi to LMG. Hi to Becky Kane. And now for some of the people who are, hi to Hoda. Karen in Oregon. Sue. Kate. Bronwyn in Victoria. Hi to Jackie Frank. Hi to Bob Lee, Penny Ross, Robert Gaser, Hindi, Alison, Sarah Hartigan, hi to Kat Cox, Joni, Kay, Kimberly, Caroline in DC, and Lorena, Joy, Kathy, Ruth, Birmingham, and Tulsi, and Stephen. I think that is it. Okay, that felt like being on some amazing mad game show. So anyway, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm very happy to be introducing Brendan Taaffe, who's a really wonderful old friend. I met him around my kitchen table when I put him up on a tour from Northern Harmony many, many years ago. And he came to Norwich, and we met and became friends. We've almost renamed our choir the Brendan Taaffe Tribute Choir here in Norwich because we sing so many of his songs. But anyway, I'm just going to pass you over to him. He's a wonderful singer, musician, advocate for music and enlightenment around the world. So, Brendan.
Wow, that's quite the enlightenment.
Yeah, just came out just like that.
I think I might need a moment in the closet there to let that settle in. Hey everyone, super glad to be here. I'm phoning in from Brooklyn today, and I figure we'll just sing the song right off the bat and then talk about it and then sing it a second time. This is a song called "What Are They Doing in Heaven Today?" The words were written by Reverend Charles Tindley in 1901, I believe. Super important figure in the history of gospel music. And then that text has been done a whole lot of different ways by a whole lot of different people. This particular version comes from a recording by Washington Phillips, which was maybe like late 20s, early 30s. Super unique, wonderful recording. It was just this one man, and he's playing what sounds like a toy piano and like singing a whole bunch of congregational hymns in this beautiful kind of warbly falsetto. Totally look it up. But it was also adapted by the male quartet tradition. So there's a great Dixie Hummingbirds version. Golden Gate Gospel Quartet did it. Pilgrim Travelers, a whole bunch of other people. And I would encourage you to go to those sources and really dig in. But we'll just sing it here, and maybe today I'll sing the verses in the order that they're in the word sheet, and maybe not. I can't promise. It's not particularly narrative. Anyhow, sounds like this. What are they doing in heaven today? Where sin and sorrow are all done away, where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? Try that. What are they doing in heaven today? Where sin and sorrow are all done away, where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? I'm thinking of friends who I used to know, who lived and suffered in this world below. Well, they've gone up to heaven, and I want to know, what are they doing there now? What are they doing in heaven today? Where sin and sorrow are all done away, where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? There's some whose hearts was burdened with care. They faced their moment with silence and tears, clung to the cross, trembling and fear. Well, what are they doing there now? What are they doing in heaven today, where sin and sorrow are all done away, where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? There's some whose body was full of disease. Their medicine and the doctors couldn't give them much ease. They struggled till death brought a final release. What are they doing there now? Well, what are they doing in heaven today, where sin and sorrow are all done away, where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? What are they doing in heaven today, where sin and sorrow are all done away, where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now?
Thank you so much, Brendan. That was so wonderful.
Thank you.
Singing harmonies here in Norwich.
Good.
Wonderful. So yeah, we're here on. I guess it is the beginning of Black History Month in the States,
Yeah,
and here all week talking about Black Lives Matter and this Black Composers project that
yeah,
partly came out of a conversation that we started having. To prepare for a workshop that we did for choirs in with Kathy, which was about a lot about how this kind
right.
of relationship of a lot of white choir leaders and singers singing African American music, and it would be great to just hear a bit about your thoughts and your journey around that.
Yeah. Where to start? It's a big topic. Um,
Yeah.
so you know, over the years, like Kathy and I have worked together a number of times, and we often, in the context of a workshop that we're doing, facilitate a conversation about how, as white singers, and the community choir network here and in the UK is overwhelmingly white, how we interact with African American traditions. And um, having done that a number of times, if I were to like condense that into the like smallest idea, the idea is that if as a white person you're asking yourself questions about how you interact with black traditions and you're comfortable with all of the answers, then you're not asking hard enough questions.
Mm.
Um, I think there's always uh, that there should be some you should be asking uncomfortable questions. Like for me today, like I am a white man performing to support a project that is supposed to lift up the voices of black women. So like I need to think about that and acknowledge that, and how does that influence the song I'm doing and how I'm presenting it and all those things. So,
Mm. How did you choose this particular song?
well, I mean, one, I wanted a song with a good chorus that people could sing along to. Um, and this is a song I've loved for a long time, and it uh, comes from this archival recording of a black performer. So I just thought, like, I thought it interesting to think about how, as a white performer, I like interact with that material and try to make it my own, which is my goal in any song I perform, but still try to be aware of the history it's coming out of and the context. And uh, I did a choral arrangement of this that I recorded where I'm just trying to be my own person musically. But then I also, with the Waxwing Four, did a quartet arrangement where we're trying to do it as much like those early Jubilee quartets as we can.
Mm.
Um, yeah, that I mean, I've always loved it. It starts on a four chord, so I'm a sucker for a four chord.
Why you doing?
Yeah, I know. Anything like once you start on the four, like what
It's
an
done.
what an emotional place to be right away. You know?
Yeah, so bringing Kathy in here a bit. So you two are obviously old friends and you've worked together a lot. And I think you are just about to offer a workshop, aren't you,
Yeah.
for white choir leaders leading gospel music. So it'd be really interesting to hear something about that.
Yes, I get questions, and I often about choir leaders who singing songs, and who ask me as white choir leaders. I'm not sure I'm comfortable about how, if I should sing the music all, which pieces to sing it, when is it appropriating, when is it when you're appreciating the music, how I should stand in a way that is respectful to the music, but also perform this music that I love and feels part of me. And so Brendan, in his great wisdom, had suggested, hey, he'd been getting a lot of the same questions and dialogue. Let's put together a weekend workshop at his place, and it's happening later this month. So tell us about it. I'm gonna be there with John Harrison, another
Yeah.
phenomenal singer, and we're gonna be
It
eating.
is February 26th to 28th, or 25th to 27th, whatever that Friday to Sunday is, that final weekend in February. And it's at my little homestead in southern Vermont. and the group size is limited to 16, so we can really kind of focus in and connect. And it's for, as Cassie said, for white song leaders who are wanting to deepen their practice. My assumption is that, like any song leader, has at some point done a song from the African American tradition.
Yep.
And so we're not starting from scratch. We're looking at kind of what everyone brings to the table and trying to deepen that. And we'll use songs as templates for exploring specific issues. So like there'll be some songs that will be the template to look at understanding the rhythmic complexity and how to break down that rhythmic complexity. Other songs will be templates for looking at vocal timbre, and trying to, like, how do you come to this music and do a vocal timbre that's respectful of the history and the aesthetic values of the tradition without being imitative and a caricature, like finding those things. So that is the goal of the workshop. There are still a few spaces. There's
fantastic. It sounds brilliant. I know Fran and I would love to come. If we were in the States, we'd be there like a shot. So our plan is to bring Brendan and Kathy over to do a similar workshop for UK choir leaders and singers.
Yeah, right.
So we don't want to be left behind in this one. Yeah. And I was just thinking, actually, I said yesterday, I think, about we've had Ise Barnwell here as a guest. Great honor that she's been here this week as well. And my first experience of her was at Rowe, Massachusetts, when I went on a weekend with her. And one of the key things that she said, which was really interesting, because somebody asked her, is it okay for us white people to sing these songs? And she said, one fantastic sentence is, you can sing them, but you can't have them. And I thought that was such a good thing to say. And the end of that conversation. But what also she talked about was how somebody had said, why are you teaching all these white people to sing? And she said, I'm not teaching them to sing. I'm teaching them so much more than that. It's the history, it's the politics, it's the economics, it's all of these things. It's the values that we have, and why people respond so much to that music, because it contains all of those things in a way that a lot of other music actually doesn't. So that's why people flock to it. But we've got to understand it more and be more explicit, I think, about those things. And that's one of the aims of the project. So we're going to hand over to Fran now, who's going to say a little bit more about the commissioning project. We're raising a little bit more money every single day. And so over to Fran.
Oh, thank you, Sean. I just want to say, Brendan and Kathy, I really wish I could learn to teleport so I could come to your workshop. Like, if ever there was a time to do that, it would be now. And just hearing you say, Brendan, about that.
It would be the best superpower.
Sorry?
Yeah.
It would be the best superpower.
Wouldn't it? Especially in these times, it'd be brilliant. Just pop in, pop out again. But yeah, when you're speaking about vocal timbre and how to sing the music with a kind of appreciation rather than a pastiche, I was like, yeah, we so need that over here. All of that workshop. So yeah, we're going to get you over here. That would be amazing. And yeah, I loved what you said, Brendan, as well about if you're not asking uncomfortable questions, you're not asking the right questions. And I think getting used to being uncomfortable is so part of this terrain. So thank you for being thoughtful about your song choices. It's really inspiring when singing leaders do that. And yeah, just a little bit about the project. It's not solely women composers, although we have primarily women composers on our shortlist. So our plan is to commission 8 composers, 4 from the UK, 4 from the US. We have one man on our shortlist as well, but mostly women. And we thank you so much, Daily Antidote of Song, and all of people who have donated. We've got a GoFundMe. We're aiming to get a really juicy sum by the end of March. So if you'd like to get involved with your choir, you can email me. There's a GoFundMe link. And we're just so heartened by all the support for the project. Thank you so much. That's it. In brief.
Okay, thanks, Fran. That's absolutely brilliant. I think we're going to start digging a tunnel from the UK to Vermont. We'll head for Vermont, I think.
It'll only take us a few years, Sean. We could do it together.
It's a two-way thing because we want to go.
Exactly.
I know.
You can come back the other way. Okay, so Brendan, we've got time to sing the song once
Yeah,
more, which
yeah.
would be wonderful. Um,
Before we
so
do, a couple things I'd love to say before we do. One, in those potentially uncomfortable questions, I like as I think primarily I'm not seeing all the gallery view, but I'm gonna guess like a lot of people are coming, or I would classify as maybe white folkies like myself, and we're mostly comfortable listening to older recordings, right? Like those old blues recordings from the 30s and 40s, and this Washington Phillips recording. So I'm going to suggest that people spend some time listening to hip hop. There's some really great stuff happening. I put a couple links of my favorites in there. I think some of the most powerful protest music that is happening right now that's where it's happening. So check that out.
Yeah, I was really interested to see. Sorry, Brendan, that you put a Childish Gambino link in. So I'm really interested
yeah,
to hear
oh
that.
my god, that video! Like, give yourself a moment afterwards. It's a very powerful.
Okay.
And the Toba Nwigwe. And then also wanted to say it is Bandcamp Friday, which is the day that Bandcamp waives all their fees. So if you were to go to Bandcamp today and purchase any of my music or anybody else's music, it's a rare moment where the artist actually gets the money.
that'd be great.
Doesn't happen on Spotify or other things. So just put in a little plug for that. You might find something you like.
Thank you, Brendan. That'd be me too. Oh, I didn't even know. All right.
Yeah. Go to Kathy's. Anyone you can think. Today is a better day to support musicians than tomorrow because of that.
Brilliant.
Don't wait. And we've got time to sing it one more time now.
Yeah, great.
What are they doing in heaven today? Sin and sorrow are all done away. Where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? I'm thinking of friends who I used to know, who lived and suffered in this world below. Well, they've gone up to heaven, I want to know. What are they doing there now? What are they doing in heaven today? Where sin and sorrow are all done away. Where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? There's some whose hearts was burdened with care. They faced their moment with silence and tears. They clung to the cross with trembling and fear. What are they doing there now? What are they doing in heaven today? Where sin and sorrow are all done away. Peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? There's some whose bodies was full of disease. Their medicine and their doctors couldn't give them much ease. They struggled till death brought a final release. What are they doing there now? What are they doing in heaven today? Where sin and sorrow are all done away. Where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? What are they doing in heaven today? Where sin and sorrow are all done away. Where peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now? Yes, peace abounds like a river, they say. What are they doing there now?
Oh, thank you so much, Brendan. That was brilliant.
Yes.
Fantastic. Brendan Taaffe.
Yes.
Music. Thank you. That was so wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
Great to hear you sing, play, and talk and share with us today. It's fantastic.
What
Thanks
are
for
they
having
doing
me.
there now? What are they doing? What are they doing there now? My new favorite song today.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Really gets you there.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. So, yes, tomorrow we've got special guest Roxanne Smith, who
Great.
is the chair of the Natural Voice Network here in the UK and a big supporter of this particular project. She's a wonderful songwriter. And yeah, so I think I've heard that she may be teaching one of her songs tomorrow. Yeah, which will be brilliant. Her songs are fantastic, like her uplifting, positive, very much, wonderful, engaging music that she writes. So it'd be great to come along tomorrow and sing one of her songs and meet Roxanne. She's fantastic. So yeah, I think it may be time to say goodbye. Is that the case?
I think so. Thank you, Sean, for doing this wonderful hosting. And thank you, Fran and Gray and Brendan, our fabulous person, and Joe for making this all possible with Carpe Diem. And Sean is going to now do the fabulous goodbye. But I had to throw that in because what are they doing there now?
Now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, right. Okay, this is my second go at this, but this time it's goodbye. And do I say goodbye to the Facebook family first?
Now.
Yes.
Bye, everybody on Facebook. Okay, bye.